totally up to you how you want the shooting strings to be placed. You can pick whatever sidewall holes that you choose, but you want to create a situation that allows the ball to channel up the two center pocket strings, and often the shooting strings will allow for that if you create a good top string that's tight and then a bottom string that is more of like a U or a V shaped. There are some rules on how low you can bring that bottom string. You don't want to bring it too low, but you want to experiment and see where you like it, and this is something that you can do. But there's a couple ways to string these shooting strings, and we're just going to show you one way. We're going to start and we're going to loop it through one of these larger holes. This one we're using that second large hole from the top, and we're going to go in and out of the gut strings. This will secure the string, and again, you want to create the angle that you choose. Once you've gotten it all the way to the other side, you're going to wrap it through the sidewall string, and now you can loop it back around. You're allowed to have 2 loops per gut string, so you're going to loop it through, and you want to try to secure it onto the gut as much as possible, because that's what's going to give you that tension that you need, which allows for a great feel for the ball to come out of your stick. So again, there's 2 loops per gut string. For it to be legal. And again, this string, this shooting string, is something that you're not just going to fill with once. You should always think about this. This is a very important part of your stick, and you should be tightening it, loosening it, getting it really the way that you like it, and it's going to be a constant adjustment factor. With the Brine inner pocket, it's a totally separate shooting string, which I think is nice because you're able to form it the way you really want to form it. And then once you've finished, you're just going to loop it back through and knot it out. And again, you want to make sure it's the tension that you like to create that channeling effect that we talked about. Now we're going to create the second sidewall string, and this is the one that wants to be a little bit more like a U shaped. We're going to go through the 5th hole on the sidewall, and again, you know, you got to see what is right for you in terms of how low you want to go. Sometimes if you go too low, it creates a sweet spot on the side of the head where the ball gets stuck. So I don't like to go too low on the sidewall. 5th is probably the lowest, you know, we would choose to go. Again, you're wrapping it in and out of the gut strings and around the pocket strings so that this first direction is just through and secure and straight, and then we're going to go through this small sidewall string, and now we're going to loop back around and twist it just like we did before. I'm going to go around twice. Again, you're only allowed 2 loops between each pocket string. This one is pretty important in terms of, as we said before, that channeling effect that you want. And again, it's an ongoing process. You're going to have to tighten as your games go by. That's why it's important to learn how to string so that you can be able to adjust your stick. And then you're going to finish it off with your last loops and wrap it back through. You're usually going to use a different hole so that your sidewall string will not loop out. So you can move through the 4th hole and or stay through that same hole, and just make sure that you're not as secure. And now you've got a finished product. Got your shooting strings, your pocket strings, your sidewall strings, and your gut strings. Now you can go test it out, and as I said, because you have that sidewall string, you can make any adjustments. You want to try to create the pocket so that that ball can stay right inside and channel well through those center pocket strings. Thanks so much for spending some time with me today, and I hope now this helps you be able to string your own stick and make any adjustments that you need to factory strung sticks as well. So best of luck in your seasons, and go Cats!